jerk again. I'm a jerk again.
Well, hey y'all. Thank you for stopping by my channel. My name's Greg Hargrove. Today we're going to meet the music. First things first, go ahead and click on that subscribe button down there so we never miss each other. The link to the Rescued EP, as always, is down in the comments. You can go there, pick the streaming service of your choice, and give it a listen. We're going to talk about track one. It's called I'm a Jerk Again. Now, I've had people, before they hear the song, hopefully y'all pre-listened to it. If not, go listen to it and then come back and we'll talk about it. I've had people just see the title. Oh, this must be an apology song. I've had others think, oh, is it a confession? There might be a little bit more of that going on here than I want to admit or confess. So actually, it's just me being a smart aleck, not a jerk. Like a lot of songwriters, I follow a lot of, or have in the past, follow a lot of forums, Facebook groups, whatever, to pick up songwriting tips and tricks here and there. One particular group, which has a couple of really strong songwriters with a lot of Nashville cuts, with major Nashville artists, you would know the songs if I ran down the list. But their forum had some good information, but it was mostly geared toward writers who are pitching their songs to Nashville artists, not indie guys releasing their own music. They were going over a list of things to avoid when you're pitching songs to an artist. And it was things like, don't have the narrator of the song sound angry or bitter. Don't have them sound like they're on the attack, on the offense all the time. Don't have them sound like a jerk. That was one of the last words they used. So I went and looked through my song catalog. There's way more than what I put on the Rescued EP. That's 5 songs. And I looked through just about every one of them, and I thought, well, I've got to start completely over. I've got to do a clean slate. So what did old Greg do? Greg did what Greg does. He sat down and wrote another song where somebody's a jerk. My wife says there probably is a little bit of truth in there. Fortunately, she doesn't have to see it very often, but she said she could just see. She said, you and that cocky cowboy swagger, I could just hear you talking like that to somebody. And she's probably right. Anyway, we enjoyed performing it as a band, Greg Hargrove and Your Next Bad Habit. Some technical notes on it. Speaking of Greg Hargrove and Your Next Bad Habit, it didn't always sound exactly like what you hear on the EP. After the first verse and chorus, before we kick into verse 2, there's a little lead break there. That was completely composed by the real Mark Bander on lead guitar. It was so ingrained in my brain after he started playing that. I think the first time he ever did it, I wasn't sure what the next verse was. I was having one of those moments on stage, so I kind of looked over at him to just fill something in. He did that, and it became a mainstay in that song. So I played it on bottleneck slide. Mark played it fretted. I played it on slide, just because that's what I do. After the chorus is almost done, right before the tagline, that's a Terry Maynard addition. This song used to be it ended up being our show closer for years, but when we first started doing it, you have that 3 to 5 songs on your first set where you're trying to have a lot of energy. And that's when we would do this song. And one night we were just really feeling it. Had a pretty full house, which anybody who's an independent musician knows that's when you get a full house, you run with it. We were all feeling it, and there's that little pause. It used to just be let that last note ring out and then sing the tagline, and the whole band joins back in. Terry started adding that little thump, thump, thump. He did that on the first go around. And when it got time to do it again, being the great communicator he is behind the drum kit, he knew. I looked over at him. He knew what I wanted. Did that a couple of more times through that song, and it became part of it. So I'm going to give credit to those guys for helping with the arrangement on it. Great guys to play with. Mark Bander, Terry Maynard. Thanks, guys. Closing out, again, I hope you've had a chance to listen to this. I would welcome any kind of comments or further questions in the comment section. I'm sure I left out something you've been wondering about and probably gave you some information you didn't really care about. I'm pretty new at doing this stuff, but I think I'm going to enjoy it, and I hope y'all come along for the ride. Like I said, click on subscribe. We'll always catch each other here. Next week, we're going to look at track 2. It's called If It Takes Till Morning, and I'll explain how it came to be at that time, and I hope y'all will join me. I'll see you then.